Hello, everyone. My name is Omashte, and today I just wanted to share a little bit about me so that you know my story and you know what's behind the toolkits that you're looking at or that you've purchased. So, work-life balance. That's really the theme that has come through in my life. It started when my kids were little. I was trying to run a business. I was trying to work full-time, and I had two small children, and that ended up working 10, 12, 14-hour days sometimes. I'd get up super early. I'd stay up really late. I would try and give to everybody else, prioritizing their needs in front of my needs, getting less sleep, and basically really just not taking care of myself. So I ran myself ragged. Um, that brought about increasing anxiety and feeling overwhelmed all the time. I never felt like there was enough time in a day, and nothing ever got done. And when I did get something done, I was like, wow, I really didn't do that very well, did I? Moving on. And so it's the next thing. So increasing anxiety, and then finally I ended up in the emergency room. I truly thought that I was having a heart attack. I was exhausted, chest pains, I couldn't breathe, I couldn't think. I just wanted to fall apart, really. So we went to the emergency room. The kids are crying in the back seat. My husband was nervous. I was terrified. We get there. We're there for hours and hours, and they run all sorts of tests. And they tell me I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm healthy. I really didn't feel healthy. I didn't feel fine. But I was handed a bottle of pills, and they said, you're obviously, need to relax. Here's some anxiety medication. Take these 3 times a day, and you'll feel better. Okay, yeah. I kind of felt better, but I felt really fuzzy. I felt out of it. I wasn't there for my kids. My business, I lost touch with that. My relationship suffered. It's like you're living halfway. You're there, but you're not really there. So I decided that I didn't want to take the pills anymore, but I didn't really know what else to do. So I started picking up my kids' coloring books when I'd have a couple of free minutes, and I would color in them. I'd feel a little bit better. I would try and get outside and take walks, take a break from my computer, take a walk. Sometimes on the weekends, I would get an hour or two to go for a hike or a walk. I'd take my camera. That was pretty awesome. But I still had the medication, and that was what worked for me most of the time. Big turning point for me is both of my parents became terminally ill, and they were only in their early 50s. Whew. Entrepreneurs, full-time parents, doing it all, trying to have it all, and not taking care of themselves. And here I was basically kind of going down the same path, looking at my two really little kids, and that terrified me. So at that moment, I knew that I needed to do something more than just kind of occasionally find a few minutes for myself. So I started developing what I'm now calling self-care toolkits, and what worked for me. And it was a lot of natural wellness techniques and just things that I could do quickly and easily that would reduce stress. A large part of that was carving out time in my day for me. So I was doing that for a while. It was working pretty well. And then life decided to knock me around a little. We ended up big move, big career change. I went from working at a 9-to-5 job to going out and doing basically my side hustle full time, helping people with marketing strategies, websites, digital marketing, all of that. So soon enough, in the middle of a move and changing all of these things, here were the anxiety attacks again. I had started to run really low, and it was too much. So back to the drawing board. What can I do to consistently organize myself to where I'm seeing ahead a week or a month or a year, not a year, usually at least a week. When the kids' doctor's appointments are, when your work deadlines are, you can plan it out. So I put together organizational resources. My free time, ironically enough, I started creating coloring pages, black and white drawings, doodles, sketches, whatever you want to call it. So I started creating these and then offering them to other people to color in. I think I have more fun with the creating than the coloring. So over the past 5 years, I've created hundreds of different pages. finally put them into the coloring books that you guys are enjoying now. So thank you for enjoying that with me. I think the final couple of steps for me were aromatherapy. That has been, you can see the diffuser in the background. That's been one of the most awesome things I've discovered. Something about smells just really takes me into a zone where it just doesn't feel so bad. Nothing feels so bad. It's really relaxing. And then Spotify, very grateful for Spotify. I got some playlists in there that when I'm working, I put on. It just relaxes me. When I'm reading a book or I'm making dinner or I'm taking a bath, there's so many different ways that you can just relax. So the Toolkits put all of these things together. It's like the very, very best of what I found and utilized and kind of narrowed down to. Like I went from hundreds of tools in so many different ways to here's what really works. And then here's a system where everything's in one place. You can quickly and easily get to it and make time for it. It's honestly, it's not that hard. You can make time for it. And all of a sudden you find yourself going, oh, wow, I have free time. I'm not feeling guilty anymore. Like I actually have free time. I'm taking my free time and I'm not feeling guilty about it. When you get that space, when I got that space, it was like business. Everything seemed so much clearer. I knew what I needed to do. And when I sat down, I was focused. I wasn't feeling overwhelmed. Getting help, feeling supported. There's so many things that putting these toolkits together for me, like formally, made me realize this is possible. Like I'd never totally, got into the fact that it was possible. It is possible. It's happening. So I'm really grateful that you took the time. Thank you for listening to my story. And please enjoy the resources that are in these toolkits. Even if you just got the free one, oh my gosh, it's like almost 30 pages of free resources that are going to help you get time and enjoy the time and stop feeling so guilty anymore and stop feeling so tired and overwhelmed.